What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and we're going to do an SEC Spring Simulation Tournament on NCAA Football with updated rosters for this upcoming season. Going to show you the bracket here in this video. This is something that we do pretty much every year around the springtime. The rosters are not complete. They still have a long ways to go, of course. We don't have any of the new freshmen on these rosters, but it does have all of the players that have gone on to the NFL or transferred, all of that. Those players have been removed. New transfers have been added. The ratings have been updated. And it kind of gives you a feel for what these teams are going to look like this upcoming season. If you'd like to get these rosters, all you have to do is join our Patreon. And we do updates pretty much every single week. All of the SEC, the Big Ten, the Pac-12, those teams are complete as we continue to go through the Power 5 teams. And we'll be adding freshmen and making some tweaks here in the next couple of months. So let's look at the bracket here. The way I did it, I went with the standings from last season, and the first round matchups are going to be East versus West. So you won't have any matchups of teams from the same divisions here in the first round. And I also made sure that we didn't have any first round matchups that are going to be games that are actually played this upcoming season. So again, hopefully this will be fun. We're going to do a game every single night at 8 o'clock Eastern time right here on this SEC channel. So we'll start with the 1 seeds, LSU and Georgia. Of course, they won their divisions last year, and so they will be the 1 seeds. Now, let's go to the 2 seeds. You're going to see Tennessee, again, here on the opposite side of Georgia, trying to avoid divisional matchups, trying to avoid the matchups that you're going to see in real life, just so that this is something different, just so we can see some matchups that we're not going to see. And so Tennessee there, Alabama out of the West, and those are your top 2 seeds in each division. Mississippi State was actually the number 3 team in the West. Then we've got South Carolina out of the East. And again, you see those on opposite sides. The 4 seeds are Kentucky and Ole Miss. And again, home field advantage will go to the higher seed. So Kentucky and Ole Miss will both have home field advantage in their first game, but if they were to win, they would then play on the road, obviously at Georgia, at LSU. The championship of this tournament will be played at the SEC Championship, so that'll be a neutral site game. Otherwise, the higher seeds will have home field advantage. So Kentucky will play Arkansas, Ole Miss will play Florida. Interesting matchups there. I'm curious to see how those play out. And then we've got the 6 seeds, Missouri and Auburn. Going to see Mississippi State host Missouri. South Carolina will host Auburn. And then we close things out with the final seeds, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and then we'll have Vanderbilt, Alabama. That Tennessee-Texas A&M game is a big one. Because I used last year's standings to do the seeding, you're going to get, that's really not fair to Tennessee, because Texas A&M is a team that I think is going to be much improved this year. And if you look at their roster, you look at them on the game, they're a pretty good team. So that's a tough one for Tennessee in the first round. Alabama, though, going to benefit from playing the team out of the East, and that's Vanderbilt. But I think we'll probably see some upsets. Anything really could happen. I don't expect this to be a super predictable tournament. It is a video game, of course, but our simulations have been pretty accurate in the past, and we'll see if this turns out to be a pretty realistic tournament or not. Again, games are going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to do 1 game every night all the way through the rest of the tournament, so it'll be like, I guess, 13 nights. And as we go through and do this spring tournament, soon we'll be simulating the 2023 season, going through all the games and seeing how the actual season would play out on our simulation. So again, if you want to get these rosters, the updated rosters for 2023, join our Patreon. Link is in the description. And we will kick things off tomorrow night with Kentucky versus Arkansas at 8 o'clock Eastern time.